I'm Andrew, and welcome back to Custom Cards, where we teach you to make your own Magic the Gathering cards. Today we're talking about black commons. Black is the color of power at any cost. As a result, it has the largest variety of things it can do. However, it pays a premium for this advantage, often having to sacrifice creatures, pay life, or discard cards as an additional cost to get some of these effects. Like last time, we'll be analyzing patterns from the last 21 official standard large Magic sets. Like all colors, black gets vanilla creatures. It also gets flying, menace, death touch, lifelink, haste, flash, and defender. Some other common creatures black gets are those that are difficult to block, creatures with temporary indestructibility, creatures with a downside, shades, which let you pay mana to pump their power and toughness, and creatures with death triggers, which usually give a token, -1/-1 to a creature, or make a player discard. Now, discard is black's premier method of card advantage, and there are three types. Single discard makes a player choose one card to discard. Double discard is the same, but makes them discard two. And targeted discard lets you see their hand and pick what you want them to discard. Black has other methods of card advantage as well. It can return creatures from its graveyard to hand, it can scry, get cantrips, and draw cards at the cost of 1 life per card. Seriously, 15 of these sets have a divination, and all of them cost either 2 life or sacrificing a permanent. Black is generally known as the color of removal. However, at common, it is incredible at removing creatures and bad at removing anything else. Black can deal damage to creatures, it can give -n/-n, which is just an arbitrary number, so -1, -1, -2, -2, and so on. And it can force an opponent to sacrifice a creature or enchantment of their choosing. Like white, it also has unconditional removal for creatures, and conditional, which could target a specific power, or if the creature has already taken damage this turn. Black can also destroy lands, but for limited purposes, land destruction isn't allowed to be good at common, so maybe ignore this. WotC generally does. Black can make opponents lose life, it can make itself lose life, it can make itself gain life tacked onto a different effect, and it can make opponents lose life while making itself gain life. And yes, these are different categories. Like all colors, black can buff its creatures in a variety of ways. It makes use of combat tricks, positive auras, sorcery speed pump spells, +1/+1 counters, and sometimes sacrifices creatures to make its other creatures grow. One thing I haven't made clear previously is that a color's buffs can do almost anything its creatures can do. So black auras and combat tricks often grant menace, death touch, lifelink, or temporary indestructibility. Following this rule, black spells could theoretically grant flying or haste, but they don't because white and blue already give flying and red gives haste. So practically speaking, there's no need. However, if your set didn't have a spell grant flying in white or blue, you could put it into black. Finally, black has a few miscellaneous abilities. It can mill its opponent or itself, exile cards from graveyards, reduce costs or produce mana. It has cards that get better the more of them you have, and as always, it can gain abilities from other colors if the card is gold or has an activated ability. Black is an incredibly diverse color, with so many different design options. It is much more than just removal. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and tell us in the comments about your favorite black common. We'll be back next Thursday to design our own black commons.